I'm Allison Vander Broek. I'm originally from Pella, Iowa, and I currently live in Boston, Massachusetts. I am 3 years into a 6-year PhD program. I'm getting my PhD in American history, in religious history specifically. Grad school has a tendency to be kind of all-consuming if you let it be. And I kind of let it be for my first year here. But besides grad school, I have a really great group of friends here in Boston. We call ourselves Boston family, all kind of in a similar situation where none of us are from New England. So between school and my good group of friends, that mostly takes up, I think, most of my time. Yeah, so a lot of studying, working in the archives, teaching. I think grad school is a funny thing where in a lot of ways I feel like I have this extended young adulthood, if that makes sense. Because a lot of my friends have real jobs, they have savings, they're buying houses, cars, having kids, families, and I am still in school. And in school for indefinite, it sometimes feels like indefinitely. So you always get the question how much longer do you have? And I'm like, oh, 3 more years. And everyone's like, oh. So just the student life kind of makes me feel like I'm not quite a real adult sometimes. But at the same time, I don't know, I do a lot of adult things. Grad school's a job, so I feel like when you're growing up, you're always like, oh, if I can just be an adult and do what I want, it'll be great. But half the time I'm like, oh, can I go back to being in high school or even college where I didn't have to make adult decisions and life wasn't so stressful and busy and everyone I loved lived right where I lived, so I didn't have to worry about keeping in touch with a million different people. I didn't have to worry about paying bills. And Boston too can be pretty isolating. I think as any big city can be if you let it. So I think moving here was really a hard part of adulthood for me too, because it was hard to find kind of a good close group of friends. Oh gosh, initially honestly I hated Boston. I hated it so much. My first year here was probably the most miserable year of my life. And if you'd asked me 3 years ago what are you gonna do after grad school? I would've been I'm instantly moving back to the Midwest and never leaving it, ever. But I think once I got through that my first semester of grad school and found a few close friends who were in a similar situation to me, I love Boston now, and honestly I don't know if I would go back to the Midwest. Maybe I would, but I think I'd also be perfectly content to stay in a big city. I do love living in a small town. I mean, it's great, it's safe, you know everybody. At the same time, it's kind of the anonymity of a big city is actually kind of nice. People here are friendly, but you're not expected to just have small talk with random strangers or cashiers. You can just kind of go out, put your headphones in, and just be another random person in the big city. And that's actually, I think, really freeing at times and really, really nice to know that yeah, I have my friends here, but I also can go out and just be another person in the crowd, and not again have to be on all the time. Does that make sense? When you're in a small town and you could run into someone anywhere. So you're always kind of, at least when I go home, I'm always on alert to run into people from high school, my parents' friends. So it's nice here to not have that. I wouldn't want to raise a family on a grad student stipend. So I think just after college I would have thought okay, maybe by 30. And now I'm well, now I need to finish grad school, and then I want to get a job. And then if I'm a professor, I want to work towards tenure. So I'm oh gosh, this could get pushed off. It kind of keeps getting pushed off and pushed off and pushed off. And honestly, I think I've put a lot of priority on career and school over thinking even about finding a partner and starting a family. I think maybe is that the friends I have here are so much like family. That adulthood for me isn't, and especially since I'm far away from home, it's not at all lonely. And you kind of think, or at least I don't know, maybe I thought coming out of high school and college okay, these are gonna be my best friends for life, and this is gonna this is it. This is as good as it gets. And coming here, especially since I don't have a partner, coming here, I was oh my gosh, I have I think some of the best friends of my life here in Boston. I think mostly because we don't have any family. All of us moved to Boston not knowing anyone, so we're forced in the situation to rely on one another. I think maybe that's been the most pleasant surprise, is like continuing to meet, I don't know, new best friends. Man, I think earlier I said it's like harder than you think, but it's also easier than, I don't know if that makes sense as well. Like it's also easier than you think, and once you do a few things, I don't know, and moving far away from home, like I'm proud that I did that, and that like I'm happy where I am.